What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Sorry, I'm adjusting the camera. Welcome to tonight's Mystery Knife giveaway live event. That's almost perfect. So tonight's event is slightly different. And by slightly, I mean it's actually quite a bit different. Tonight is what we call a jackpot night. Or I guess, title in progress, okay? Excuse me. Basically, here's all you need to know. I have hidden 5 coins within the pouches. The pouches contain their usual stuff. There's a crapload of premium knives, there's some mid-range stuff, and there's some budget stuff. But they also, 5 of them contain coins. And if you receive a pouch that has a coin in it, you get the knife, right? Whatever knife is in there, you also get it. But you also get to spin the wheel. Oh, the wheel. Oh, my goodness. What could that be? Well, you'll just have to find out. But I have made it absolutely ridiculous. Okay? Well, okay. One of the things on the wheel is bananas. I've made it insane. Basically, if you hit that slot on the wheel, you're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good night. 5 of these coins. I did the math on it. Basically, I've set it up to where the odds are there are 2 slots on the wheel that you want to get. Odds are somebody's going to get at least one of them per run of 20 pouches. It should make it interesting enough. Consider this run of 20 a trial run. And we'll decide whether we need to increase or decrease the odds. But the wheel should be fun. And I'd say there's a pretty good chance that somebody gets a coin. So we'll see. But the big win slot is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I kept trying to think, like, how do I golden ticket this pouch game that I've come up with? You know, like we need like a god pack with like how Pokemon cards does it. You know, it's already kind of like drawing Pokemon cards or sports cards or whatever. You might get something amazing. But there's also should be an even smaller chance that you get something absolutely ridiculous. All right? That's how we're going to do it now. So think of it as there's the gray loot, there's the blue loot, there's the orange loot, and then like maybe we go Borderlands, there's pearlescent loot. JPF maybe have a TSA knife slot? Oh, you're ahead of me, dude. You're ahead of me. But there's another slot. Basically, there's a good slot and a bad slot, and then there's a bunch of other slots that don't matter. And I think like that has made it that'll make it interesting. And maybe as time progresses, we can add other weird slots. You guys will laugh at it. It'll be fun. And even if nobody finds a coin tonight, I'll demonstrate how it's going to work. Because somebody will eventually find a coin. We have to go through 20 pouches over the course of roughly 10 streams, right? So 5 people will find coins. What's my favorite color? It's green. It has always been green. I don't know why. I can't point to a specific thing. I just like green. Like a emerald green. Fingers crossed. Maybe tonight's your night to not only win, but win the jackpot. I don't know. I was kind of mad today. So, I found out that CKF, did they drop the Rotten Evo 1.1, the big one that was like 4 inches long? Is that already here and gone? I saw one on Blade Binge that was like $1,000, and I was like, what? Like, I wanted to buy that. And not for $1,000, but I wanted to buy one. I'm also going to be honest with you. I am partially tempted by the Tudor Black Bay 68. And the only reason I'm kind of like, is because that's multiple thousands of dollars. And I have nice Tudors. I like my Tudors. I like my Pelagos and my Black Bay, like my standard Black Bay, the Black Bay 40. I'm not sure that I need a third Tudor. I think I'm still on I think I'm not currently on a watch kick, but That Black Bay 68 is awesome. I kind of got my top tier Seiko. I bought a Seiko LX, and a lot of people tell me, just, buy a Grand Seiko. I don't really like the Grand Seiko diver. I like the Seiko LX better, and it has a spring drive in it. And it's like it's amazing. It's titanium, and like it's got the really big chunky, it's a 45. Like it's really crazy in your face. I love that watch, and that was the most I've ever spent on a watch. You turned 50 this past Monday. Happy birthday, A. Steinman. Thank you very much for your donation. If I win a knife, it would be a great birthday present. Yeah, absolutely. I would be more than happy to give you a knife for your birthday if you win. but I'll heart your comment. How about that? Oh, I almost muted you. I don't want to mute you for your birthday. Happy birthday! Shut up! I would never do that. I've hearted your comment there. I would never do that. That'd be awful. Yeah, sure. Yeah, happy birthday to anybody who's in the birthday vicinity. Happy birthday's in chat. Is there a link? Yes, there is. It's in the description. Bradford Mitchell sending 10 more memberships. Ever generous Bradford Mitchell, probably responsible for at least 20% of the Metal Army at this point. Thank you very much. So, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Looking at the schedule for this year with sports and dance, oh my God, dance. It's looking like Friday live streams are almost certainly going to be permanently 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I mean, when I say permanently, I mean that's going to be the norm. The old norm was 6:30. The new norm will be 8:30 Central Standard Time, like tonight. And then periodically, they'll kind of be like random, like wherever I can fit them in. But it's looking like I'm going to have to push the live stream time back because Fridays are just chaos. But Great Blades, what's up? Thank you very much for your donation. The CKF was a pre-order last year. They got delivered this past week. I didn't even know. Got yours yesterday. It's gorgeous. Sent you a DM of it, actually. Oh, you did? Well, gosh dang it. You want to sell it? You want to sell it? I'll let you take advantage of me. I'll let you take advantage of me. B Swirls, thanks for your donations. Your memberships there. Appreciate that. Hope everyone's having a great night, says Caleb1776. Thank you, Caleb. Easy fix, do the live Saturday, Sunday. Oh, only if that could be. If only that could be. It's football season, and my kids are in traveling sports, so Saturdays and Sundays are very, very much impossible to do consistently. Fridays are the only days that I can kind of do consistently, and the only time they'll be on Saturday or Sunday is when Friday is an impossibility. Is impossible. I don't know if is impossibility a word? Maybe it is. Is when Friday is impossible and I have to do it Saturday or Sunday. And some weekends I just won't be able to do it, but that's pretty rare. What's up, MC? What's your thoughts on the scuffle? Is that this? Is that this one? Is that the Jack Wolf? Yeah, this is awesome. This is the first time I've ever handled one. This is awesome. It's the perfect combination of like modern and classic. Like this is killer, and it's a big full-size knife too. This is awesome. I love it. And you can use that fuller. Sick. Perfect hybridization. Sorry. Boof Chug, thanks for your donation. You still have your Nimble X, and if so, how much would you sell it to me for? I don't. It was one of the big Patreon tier giveaways. That was a big like $5 tier giveaway. Somebody got that with a gold Zircotai hardware set. Shout out to the patron who won that one. That was a big one. Herman, Dragonfly or Sting? Size doesn't matter. Well, okay, if size doesn't matter, I'm going Dragonfly. If I'm going to carry it, it's going to be the Sting. The Sting is simply an easier carry, but the Dragonfly is amazing. I own how many Dragonflies? I think I own 3 Dragonflies. I own 2 full customs and 1 that I EDC'd for a bit. If you win, you hope it's a concept. There is at least one concept in there, I think. You want to see the ridiculous rainbow one? So, I'm tempted. Part of me doesn't even want to show it because it's an upcoming video. This is the craziest finish on Crystal Tie that I've ever seen. So they literally finished Crystal Tie with an iridescent anodization. And I really want you to be able to see this. This is a Tuya integral. This is the Tuya Persia. Let me see if I can get the light to turn it gray. So it's gray, right? It's just gray. But let's tilt it. How cool is that? Unreal. It is so cool. And if you think it looks cool on camera, it looks so wicked in person. It's an integral Persia. They're $400 integrals. I think the only miss is not doing satin DLC. But probably the coolest. It goes from gray to like iridescent. It's absolutely amazing. Not part of the giveaway, no. That was sent to me by Derek from Sever 7. Shout out to Derek from Sever 7. Awesome. He sent me a whole bunch of stuff that I was not aware of at all. So you're going to see some pretty awesome stuff that's probably... There's plenty of you who are aware. Like, there's always people in my viewing audience who are aware of stuff that I'm not aware of. I mean, that's... As I say many times, that's why we do, you know, the community things with the live streams. Almost like this is basically a community discussion channel. You guys make me aware of things, and then I help people who are not, the vast majority who are not aware, more aware of it. And then, you know, sometimes that works out for everybody, and sometimes it makes it harder for everybody to get things. But, you know, community. The Crystal Tie Persia, the Tuya Persia, they're 400 base. I don't know. The Crystal Tie is probably a little more expensive. I wonder how they do that, if it's a separate coating or actually... I'm pretty sure I don't know. I feel like it's ano. The angle that I'm looking at that thing right now, on the camera, it looks mostly gray. The angle I'm looking at it, it's like vibrant cyan, purple, blue. It's crazy. Every angle that in person, this thing is at least twice as vibrant. The camera didn't pick it up. It's wild. Can't stop using it. You have it. You like it. Good. What's up, Casey? I can't wait to see if somebody pulls a coin. So, if you're in here, there he is right there. The two integrals are yours. I saw that. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to tell people that. That's really nice. That's very great. That's very kind of you to do that. I'll have to find a way to reciprocate, buddy. Thank you very much. So if you're just popping in here, the jackpot thing, what is that about? We're doing our usual thing. There's 20 pouches. There's 20 knives. There's the same ratio of premium stuff to budget stuff. It's all there. But 5 pouches have coins in them. They're just challenge coins. You don't get to keep the coins, but the coins mean you get to spin the wheel. And the wheel has crazy stuff on it. One slot in particular, actually there's 2 slots that are winning slots. One of them's just funny. The other one is literally a jackpot slot. And if you win, and then you are lucky enough to actually hit that slot on the wheel, you will win massive. Absolutely massive. I've set it up that way. And throughout the course of 20 pouches, mathematically, there is a 50% chance that somebody will hit it. The key, though, is when you hit it. At which point in these 20 slot live streams or 20 pouch live streams do you hit it, right? And what is still there to get? Ooh, mystery. We'll find out. I think it sounds fun. We'll see how it works. What is the best buy in the 200 to 300? Oh my God, that's the toughest area to call. $200 to $300 range that you would recommend. 200 to 300. Oh boy. My favorite EDC in that range is gonna probably be the Demco Shark Cub, aluminum and 20 CV. But a lot of people will say buy material that's not the best pick. It's 200 to 300 is Kunwu's probably gonna nail that down the hardest. And I know people are gonna be like, well, you're biased because they make your knife. I chose them to make my knife because I think they're the best. You got it backwards. Kunwu, I'm arguing with myself again. Kunwu's probably going to be the king of that territory. A lot of what Kunwu drops in that territory is really going to be the spectacular. I think Vosteed has some really great stuff too. We used to be the king of that territory, but they've bumped up into 300 plus. And a lot of their knives don't fit that territory. Have you seen the custom CCAF Sensei blade that look like curse-sunken pirate weapons? Yes, I have. I'm still... Hey, is that full Zerkatai Sakosha still there? They want like $1,600 or $2,000 for it. Is that still there? I keep going back and looking and it's there and I'm like, I should buy that. But that's too much money. That's too much for that. If they wanted $1,000 for it or $1,200, I think I'd buy it. Oh, it's gone now? Okay, well now I don't have to worry about it. Where can you buy the Excalibur? It is, to my knowledge, it is currently sold out everywhere. KunWuCrew.com has them. That's where you want to go and check. And let me tell you, hey, oh, by the way, big update on Excalibur here. I'll do it here in a sec. KunWuCrew.com is where they typically are when they're available or when we're taking pre-orders. DLT Trading will now stock them when we have them available for DLT to stock them. In the future, I would imagine there would be other retailers, but I don't know who or when. Right now, DLT and Kunwu Crew are the places you want to check. So on to the update. The prototypes are officially shipped to me. They could arrive next week. My guess is 2 to 3 weeks from now. And I know I said this 5 months ago. They had some delays in manufacturing. I think everybody had delays. Literally everybody had delays. I'm receiving 3 versions of Excalibur that you have never seen. They all have the same lock, but we have variations that you have never seen. And we're going to make a much broader group of people happy. A far broader group of people happy. Not only in terms of price, but in terms of variation. I think people are going to be super, super pumped. I am so excited. I have no idea what their maximum capacity is. I have no idea. I know that their plan is to ship me the prototypes and either have them immediately available for order or probably pre-order. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing anything. What I can guarantee you is the moment that they get to me, I will show them off on the channel. Like the day they arrive, I'll do an upload and I'll announce them and I'll give you all of the information that I can possibly give you. I will hype that up like crazy. You have an integral? Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to check that out. I love integrals. I think, so here's my prediction. I think integrals are going to become substantially more commonplace. And I also think that the price on them is going to come down a little bit. And this is what I've always hoped. The procedure and the technology that we use to machine integrals and the procedure, I hope they streamline it more. Transparent Knives brought this up. You know, when he was talking about the cost of integrals, how they're currently expensive, but maybe in the future, hopefully the near future, they become less expensive to create. I hope that that is true. And I expect it to be true. And so that would be really cool. But I love integrals. So if we can get integrals for less money, then hallelujah. I would love to do a carbon fiber integral Excalibur. And with the compression lock. But I don't know how we would do that. Fitting a compression lock into an integral would be a little tricky. Yeah, it's TMNT. One of them. Yeah, the Chavez integrals are pretty fair. The most impressive integral that I've seen here lately was the Spyderco Slim that I reviewed today. Now, that thing was flat. It was a little less material, and you know, it was made in Italy. But I mean, what were they? 280? That's crazy. Those are made by Lion Steel. They actually have a good detent. I've heard Lion Steel has improved their HRC for M390. Honestly, the Spyderco Slim is really impressive. Have I checked out the RMX by Worksharp? I have not. Worksharp they sent me something they were supposed to send me a long time ago, though. Maybe that's it. I don't know. You got yours for $257 with a coupon? That's a deal, man. Don't sleep on the Spyderco Slim. That's a really good knife. And if you want to watch my review, I had very little negative to say. And I don't think I really had anything like truly negative to say about it. Like I had a couple little nitpicks, but that's a good knife. Lion Steel does aluminum. Aluminum integrals are a totally different story because the amount of wear and tear, like the bits and like what they go through to mill it out, aluminum is far easier to machine. But titanium, it's a different story. Oh, magnesium integrals, shockingly magnesium, interesting. I remember, do they still do? I remember a long time ago, my dad bought, and my friends were always talking about it. They're like, your dad's truck is so cool. My dad bought a, this would have been in 2004. My dad bought a GMC Sierra 3/4 ton crew cab in, what do they call it? Pewter. The color was called pewter. And it was a really nice looking, it was like a crazy looking truck back then. Like all my friends were like, oh my God, your dad buy a new truck? And I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I was like super proud of it. But he told me, he said the rims are magnesium. I was like, what? He said, yeah, I guess they're magnesium. I don't know. So apparently, I guess magnesium is strong enough to be a truck rim. Do they still make magnesium rims? Is that a normal thing? What's the downside of using magnesium? Anybody in here have knowledge on that? I'd like to learn. Not so much anymore. That's what I thought. They're lighter. They catch on fire. That's a huge that's a huge problem if they catch on fire. They wear bad. Okay. I mean, there's finite universe. There's got to be pros and cons, right? Much lighter and much more expensive. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? With it would have been 2003, 2004, 2500 GMC Sierra. The standard rims. I don't think he bought any upgraded rims. They're standard rims. He said were magnesium. And I remember like telling my friends like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got magnesium rims. And they were like, oh, like none of us knew what that meant. It just sounded cool. I was a sophomore in high school. I was like, yeah, magnesium rims. So you heard of that? Probably not. What's up, brother? Pros and cons. So I just bought Spyderco 2 in Maximum Blade Steel. Okay. What's up, brother? Pros and cons. How I just bought a Spyderco PM2 in Maximum Blade Steel. You're asking me what the pros and cons are? If that is the case, I apologize if this is not what you're asking. Thank you for your donation. The pros of, hold on. Maximum. Your edge retention will be insane. It is not a tough steel. Do not abuse that blade. It absolutely can chip. If you use it, my PM2, I'm sorry, my Para 3 in Maximum has been amazing. When it finally does come time to sharpen, you can do it with diamond stones. It will not be easy. As long as you're patient, you can get an edge back on it. You will have to work at it. Because Spyderco's Maximate, I'm pretty sure, is about 68 HRC. It is not friendly to sharpen. Have I been told I resemble Chris Pratt? Yes, many times. The picture that I always show of my wife and I on our wedding day, people say Andy and April. And we think that's great. We think that's awesome. We wanted to go on Halloween. I don't know why we didn't do this. We wanted to go as Janet Snakehole and what is Andy Dwyer's like FBI pretend agent name? Janet Snakehole and help me out. Parks and Recreation. It's Janet Snakehole and Burt Macklin. Yeah, I really wanted to do that back when that was like a more prominent show. I feel like people wouldn't get it now, but we really wanted to do that because my wife does look like the actress who plays April on Parks and Recreation. If you've watched my old live stream with my wife, back when we had 4,000 subs, then you'll know she does look like April. I mean, like I say, looks like Aubrey Plaza in a way where like when we're together in the photograph and like my face resembles slightly Chris Pratt, where people typically go is you look like Andy Dwyer and April Ludgate. She doesn't look identical. It's just that's the go-to conclusion for people. Does that make sense? She's got dark green eyes and almost black hair and olive skin. It's a custom chef knife from Hive Knives. It's awesome. Check them out. Okay, cool. I will. Looks similar, yeah. It is nice to have a pretty wife. I thought that's what, it's the first time I saw her, I was like, oh, she's pretty. I should talk to that girl. And then I stumbled the whole night. The whole night I stumbled. I forgot my wallet. I had to ask my roommate. I was like, I need $3. I have to buy this person a beer. Please. I'm trying to make a good impression. And I forgot my wallet. The true story. What was my first date like? I was incredibly awkward because this is the truth of how my wife and I met. My very close friends. We had a let me back up a little bit. I know like one person asked this question and perhaps nobody else wants to hear this story. I'm going to tell it. So I went to college twice. The second time I rented out a very large house with a bunch of buddies, and some of my buddies were still in school and other ones I was like, "Hey, like let's go for round 2. Let's rent this big house out. Let's give it a good shot, but let's also like have our own party house." This is a big house. The landlords are cool. The neighborhood's cool. It was close to campus. It was a designated party area. This was a big house. 6 bedroom. It had 2 conjoined living rooms. It was perfect. Perfect party house. We rented it out. I think I paid $250 a month in rent. Seriously. $300 total with everything. Internet and utilities and all that. So I was dating a girl at the time who my friends did not like, but they didn't ever say anything. But I had been dating her for a long time, and nobody enjoyed this person's company. And I had 2 friends in particular who were kind of waiting for me to not be in that relationship anymore. And they worked with this girl who is now my wife, and they said, "We really want you to meet our friend, but he has a girlfriend who we feel like he might not be in a relationship for very much longer." And it did play out exactly the way that they had hoped and planned. I ended up not being with her anymore. And they waited just a bit, and then we threw a party, and they said, "Why don't you just come over?" And they sort of finagled it so that we would meet each other. And we did. And we really liked each other, and we had a lot in common. In fact, we had a crazy amount in common. But I was a goofball who had not really been on a date in over 2 years because I had been dating somebody. And fortunately, my awkwardness came off as charm. I think she would tell that story differently, but it did work out. Yeah, they're still friends, by the way. Oh, would you like to know who the one of the friends was? His name is Mitch. He does all of the artwork for the channel. The helmet, the banner, all of the artwork you've ever seen on this channel was done by Mitch. That gentleman is responsible for our marriage. Partially responsible, he and his wife. Good call. Good call, Mitch. Good call, Mitch. Almost 10 years. Just celebrated 9 years. Just got paid not enough for a new knife. Hey, proper budget. That's what's important. Budget properly. He was. Philosophy, actually, it was his major. Maybe art. Maybe minor? I don't know. Philosophy major, that was his major, but I know he still does art. He's also an enormous person. Like, huge, ridiculously powerful, towering person at 6'4", I think almost 6'5", and like 280, 290 pounds, ridiculously strong. Nicest guy in the whole world. Very good judge of character. I gave Mitch a sword. He was a groomsman in my wedding, and I gave him a sword. The Hanwei Tinker longsword. That's what he ended up with. Mitch does like knives. I don't think not as much as me, but he does like knives. I give him knives periodically, and I tell him all the time, if you ever want a knife, like, I have about 800 of them down here. I own 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I broke one throwing it into the fence. I own 5 swords. Currently. You have a friend named Chip? Cool. I've never met somebody named Chip. I'll tell Mitch. I'll be like, dude, we all celebrated you on the live. I'm gonna send him a clip of this live stream. I can't like put the swords out. Like, it's awkward. I've done it before. Maybe here in a little bit I'll show one of them. Not a member anymore? I mean, you could pay for it if you want to. You can join permanently anytime by opening the description and going down to become a member of my channel. It is $2 a month. You support the channel. You gain access to the badging system, which will rank up. You can see there's lots of different colors there. First blue, then green, then purple, then red, then gold, then platinum, then ghost, and then shadow, and then ghost, and then Eterna. Stacy Bolstered Blades right there has an Eterna helmet. 4 years plus. You're not blue, Greg. That's platinum. You're blue, green, purple, red, gold. You're at the 6th rank. Now we need to hear Mrs. MC's version of how you met. I'm sure she... the hair cornball. So, she, like, you know... Let me tell you. So, like, nobody warns me. So I had come back from my hometown because I would leave and work for my dad because he would pay me cash, and he also overpaid me. And that's how I was still able to afford everything and, like, party and go to school and all that. So I would do manual labor for my dad, who owns a construction company, and then I would come back, and I would usually just party in what I was in, which was usually a sawdust, like a sweaty cutoff, and jeans, and, like, dirty shoes. And because nobody cared, like, I didn't care. I wasn't out to impress anybody. But at the time, I had, like, almost shaved my head, like I had buzzed it. and I was wearing an orange cutoff. It was like my brother's old baseball shirt, and I had stolen it from him, and I'd cut the sleeves off because I constantly wanted my arms out. Because I was a douchebag, and I constantly wanted to show my arms. And because I was really, really like crazy big into weightlifting at the time. Not as much as I am currently. And so I just said I wasn't out to impress anybody, but subconsciously I clearly was. So anyways, I was all sweaty and covered in sawdust and almost bald. And that's how she met me. So I didn't have a good spawn point for that relationship to start, but it still worked out. What is the knife between your knife and the one I cannot see? Somebody so I always forget this. This is a newer one, and somebody's going to have to help me out with this one. Horus. Is this the Horus? Okay, the Horus buy, I'm not sure. Somebody, you're going to have to read chat, and chat will give you the name, and you're going to have to go to his Instagram to pre-order this. Thanks for your donation. Excuse me. How many of the original Excalibur were produced? I don't know. I do not know, because now there have been 2 runs, and I don't know how many were. I don't know exactly how many were a part of the first run, and exactly how many were a part of the second run. Hundreds, probably. Yeah, it's a plunge lock. A very robust plunge lock, though. That's probably the most robust plunge lock that I've seen. Craig Jackson, watching the live stream, pooping my guts out because I ate too many plums. How many plums do you have to eat to the point where it affects your digestion that much? Is it more than, is it 2? Or like, did you eat 8 plums? Did you eat more or less than 8 plums? I've just never had that happen, so I don't know where's the plum to where's the ratio, like where does it become like like to be way too much of a problem? 29. So 28 plums, you're okay. I'm gonna say probably 3 plums. Does anybody else buy plums and nectarines for their kids? I get those. Cause we try to give them a couple servings of fruit per day. Well, we do mostly like grapes and blueberries and strawberries, but every now and then we'll buy nectarines and plums. Apples, right? For me, it's about 6 plums. You get a hard limit. You get a hard plum limit. 5 plums. You're like, no more. Any more and I'll be pooping it up. That's my limit. Eat 3. Eat 3. 4 will knock you down. 6, you're going to jail. Apples, plums, peaches, yeah. Plums are juicy prunes. That's correct. It's a prune with all the juice left in it. That's true. All right, that makes more sense now. CJRB Tundra review incoming. Have I unboxed that yet? I don't think I've unboxed it yet. The unboxing's coming. Django's not on screen. No, it has not happened. It has not happened. Tonight's a jackpot event, and I'll explain that again here in a second. Hi, Henry G. and all the Excalibur Forge members need fresh blood. Yeah, yes we do. Thank you very much for that donation. So if you're wondering, what's with the thumbnail? What does he mean by jackpot? Tonight's event, did we start at 8:30? We did, right? We started at 8:30. Guys, we're good. Listen, for all the new people piling in, what the heck does jackpot mean? Tonight's event is special. Welcome to Nights Around. Dinkle Zuck and Mick Ranger. Welcome. Waiting over 2 months for the Gringo with a Vertilock, and they are not communicating with me. Getting kind of upset with Kunwu. It'll come. It'll come. I promise you, this is that like they have to ship it from China. It takes a bit. You will get it, and if you don't get it, you'll get a refund. It's not easy. It's not easy manufacturing and shipping from China right now. The only way that this is easy is if you're dealing with a company who has like a warehouse in the United States, or they have retailers who are selling things directly from the United States, right? But if you buy direct from the company, you know, Max, Ace, whatever, and they don't have a U.S. spot, you're gonna have to wait a bit. It's gonna take a bit. Okay, so Jackpot, what does that mean? Tonight's pouches, it's the same it's always been. We've got a good ratio of premium knives and budget knives in the pouches. We're going to pick 2 winners. Each winner gets to select 2 of the 20 pouches. Whatever's inside, you get to keep. But if you just happen to pick a pouch with a coin in it, I shoved 5 random challenge coins in there. You don't get to keep the coin because I have to use them again. But you do get to spin the wheel. Oh, yes, of course. The wheel. And the wheel has fun things on it. Actually, it has a whole bunch of slots that don't really do anything, but 2 slots do something. One of them is funny, and the other one is spectacular. If you happen to actually get a coin and win the jackpot slot, your mind will be blown, especially tonight. New people join Patreon and meet us on Discord. Yeah. If you join Patreon, you can join my Patreon by clicking the top link in chat. Free access to buy, sell, trade on Patreon, access to private Discord, access to once a week exclusive content, once a month giveaways. That's the main reason people join Patreon. I have 3 tiers of premium giveaways, extremely valuable knives. $1 tier, you get 1 giveaway a month. $3 tier, you get 2 giveaways a month. $5 tier plus, you get 3 giveaways a month. Plus, everybody gets access to my private knife sales, which are dramatically discounted. It's not a lot of money for a massive amount of benefits. And you support the channel, and you get to be a part of a great community on Discord and Patreon. So if you want to join my Patreon, it's linked at the top. But yeah, that's how the jackpot works tonight. And you do not need to be a patron or a member or even a subscriber to be a part of tonight's giveaway. That's free. I've made sure that the benefits are worth what you pay. Even if you don't win a giveaway on Patreon, I'd like to think that what I do on my Patreon is worth the contribution. And you're funding content on the channel. When is the giveaway? Soonish, but it's live participation. You have to be here in order to win. If your name is called and you're not here, we move it along. Thank you. I'd like to consider myself a man of the people. I give away the vast majority of the free stuff that I get, though I am a human being and I am an itchy knife guy, so I do admittedly keep things periodically. But the vast majority of the stuff that I receive for free, I give away. Oh, you'll have an opportunity to win an Excalibur. That I can assure you, Glenn Brooks. I will have an Excalibur available for a giveaway. Ideally, multiple. It's for tax purposes. Even if it wasn't for tax purposes, Riley, I would still do it. The tax benefit from giving knives away is very minimal. That sounds like a flex, but I'm being honest with you. It's not like, oh, I have to do it or I can't. No. It can both be a tax benefit and a direct benefit to my community. He's right though. It is. I mean, he's correct. Like it is a small write-off. You want to go shower and play Witcher 3? Just set me up on your phone, man. Set me up on your phone. Put one AirPod in. That's all you got to do. I do that all the time. I keep Penguin Z0 and Asmongold in my ear while I'm playing video games. Sorry, Critical, Moist Critical, I should say. I keep calling it. I should call him Charlie. Charlie and Asmongold. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thanks for your donation. Friday, to your answer, yes. But I don't talk about that. Is the Jackpot a dinner date and signed headshot with you? Walmart Chris Pratt. The beginning of your only ceiling fans account. What an amazing comment. Of course that was butt great. No, it isn't, but you know what? Like if we meet up at Blade Show, I'll do that for free. I'll do that for you. Show us some knives. What do you guys want to see? Yeah, let's talk knives. We got almost 1,000 people in here. 917. What do you want to see? Huh? I got some different stuff out here tonight. Not all of them. I want people to ask me specifics. Is the Tundra out here? I feel like it is. No, it's not out here. Collymore, thank you very much. Collymore. Favorite integral. Well, my favorite so my favorite integral that I own is my Dalibor Bergam custom. But that's not really fair because very few people own that. What's the music? It's 8-bit. It's like top 8-bit from Nintendo era. What's up with the bag? Good question. A lot of people don't know that Artisan Cutlery did this. This was a collaboration with Bag Knives. So this is his Citadel, created by Artisan Cutlery. 100% their most ambitious endeavor. Carbon fiber inlays in the blade, fully sand polished, their best sand polish. And if I'm not mistaken, they did this in S90V. It's also a polished titanium frame with carbon fiber inlays all over the place. If you look up the Beg Citadel, it's a very extravagant version of this, but this is really wild. This was a $450 Artisan Cutlery. Really crazy. Big old chunky fella. Really cool. You're doing your part? Hey, thank you. I'm trying to do my part. I'm gonna heart that comment. Thank you. Appreciate that. Favorite designer. So that's really tough. Brian Nadeau is way up there. It's hard to beat Brian Nadeau's arch nemesis. It's one of the most aesthetically perfect knives I've ever seen. And I feel like a lot of people in here will agree with me. If you've seen that knife, the Sharp by Design Brian Nadeau arch nemesis is one of the most beautiful knives ever. Brian Winters, as far as design mechanics, is hard to beat. But I'm also a huge fan, as I mentioned, Dalibor Bergam. I'm also a big fan of Sebastian Berengi, who does the Stitch. And Sebastian Berengi and Dalibor Bergam are buddies, and that's why there's a lot of similarities with their stuff. If you look on, and if nobody's ever seen this, follow Dalibor Bergam and scroll down a bit. He did a collaboration full custom Stitch, but it was a Dalibor Bergam Stitch, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. I love the lines. I love straight symmetry, and I also love wild and crazy chaos. I like both ends of the spectrum. It says CKF Rock Eye download. So that's an Eagle Rock. This one. The reason that you pick that up is because it is a Terzwola. It's just a really huge one. Greg Hall, thanks for your donation. Can you do a video on fixing broken tips? My buddy asked to see a knife and then proceeded to use my Vosteed Valkyrie as a pry bar. Dude, I feel so... I feel that. Everybody has a buddy who's like, huh, like, why? I'm so sorry, Greg. Thanks for your donation. I'm actually not the person to ask. The person to ask is probably Neves. Neves' knowledge of proper sharpening and fixing geometry, because a lot of knives, like, they have different geometry at the tip, and so how to properly fix it is not just sharpening it. And I don't actually know how to fix it. but I bet you Jared would. I'll tell Jared I owe him $10 for that one. Do I have a hazard? Yeah, I have 2 of them. It's coming. Opening on the Dalibor Bergen Asgard. Yeah, no, I did an unboxing on that. It's awesome. I finished the review. It's exactly what you think. It's awesome. I hope he releases it again. I hope he considers doing a drop point. It's really great. They go on Blade Binge now for $750 to $1,000. I hope he does a second run of them, because it's crazy to spend that much on it. You scored an XM18 non-flipper Bowie, brand new in box. Very cool. I hope you got a good deal on it. What's the OTF bottom left corner, silver and black? That's an authentic Glycon from Microtech, which is cool because it has the unique side switches. Probably one of the best looking OTFs that Microtech has ever done. I am really interested in their new release of the Venom. Is it the Venom 4? You like big blades and you cannot lie. Hey, I mean, that's a lot of us. Is it the new Venom? I think that's the new one, and I will be first in line for that. The Venom 4. I don't really care about the Halo 4. I'm sure some people are excited for it. Don't really care. Venom 4? Absolutely. Not the Venom, the Nemesis. Thank you. I did that last time, too. It's not the Venom, it's the Nemesis. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Nemesis. Thank you to Butt Grape again. Always correcting me, rightfully so. Thank you. Thank God. Can you show off the Unkovsky? I actually have that right here, buddy. I've got it nice and safe. Just be careful with that one. Yes. Beautiful flat ground blade. I've kept it nice and safe for you. I've had it forever, and it's my fault. God bless it. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Very smooth. Incredible action. I will get to it. The schedule, the demand and the schedule is so crazy. Hold on. We can't put it back like that. Sorry. This is your property, and I know it's very valuable, so we keep that one nice and safe. But it has a special spot on my desk now. Do I have a Shirogorov? I have 9 Shirogorovs. Out on the table tonight. I put one out here. There's the big one. The one in Chronometer 30, the pocket sword. Shirogorov 111. Thank you. Thanks, Derek, for being understanding. 111. And then I thought there was another Shiro out here. Is there not? I own a lot of Shiros. I just don't have them out here tonight. This was last year. My wife got this for our anniversary last year, and this actually gets used a lot. This is a knife that I absolutely do not mind using. Oh, it'll be okay. Favorite small knife. Always been partial to the baby banter. Also, I don't know if you call this small. The Nano Shark is super cool. I like that one. The Model C? Oh yeah, sure. That's the... So fun, I always like to remind people of this. This is the John Wick 4 Deadlock Model C in titanium, which I think still go for about 43 to 4,500 on average. This, however, is serial number 4, which I think is special. John Wick 4, serial number 4. I got all the papers and everything. Got the box. Never used, only fidgeted with. Am I ever gonna review a three-legged dog? I should. You're correct. I should. I've heard that name before. I'm not familiar with the company, but I should. Thanks for your donation. Slip joint on the left is not actually a slip joint. I'm having trouble talking tonight. This is the. Hold on. Let me get the box. This is. God bless it. It's the best NES song ever. RS1. It's Katsu. It runs on phosphor bronze. It is a front flipper, a locking blade. It's a Sanmai high polished ZDP 189 blade, 67 HRC. Copper scales with some sort of titanium plating. I don't know what that means. Steel liners, not really a bad price considering the blade steel. Really cool though. ZR1, I believe. ZDP 189. I looked at the price because I thought I was like, oh, it's Katsu. It's gonna be crazy priced. Not too bad. It's still expensive, not crazy. Benchmade Auto Adamas, the scariest switchblade in existence. The Auto Adamas has an incredible firing action, but the problem is the way you actuate it is with the axis lock. It is huge, it fires way harder than you expect to, and your grip is not optimal. I think the knife is awesome. It's definitely it's one of the most terrifying sight opening autos ever. It's got to be the most dropped sight opening auto in existence. Also, the Benchmade Adamas, my voice cracked there because I'm going through puberty at 38. The Benchmade Adamas is definitely one of the most iconic Benchmade knives ever. Dude, crazy population in here. We're at an hour and there's 1,000 people in here. Awesome, I salute you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Look at Dream Designs. Thanks for your donation. Which knife made you change your mind from, I doubt I'll like this knife, to, oh snap, this knife is amazing? Oh, so many. Let me think of the best example. That's such a great question. Hold on, let me scan. Let me go through my brain. I imagine me trying to scan back through mentally 5,000 uploads. So the biggest, not a lot of people have heard this story. I'll tell you what it comes down to. There's two knives. And no, I can tell you exactly what it was. A bunch of knives have done that. The most underwhelmed that I can remember in the early days of this channel, when I saw the announcement for the Spyderco Shaman. It's pronounced Shaman, Mr. Potter. It's pronounced Shaman. And I was like, okay, wow, great. You got another compression lock that looks similar to the other. Like, who cares? So I get my hands on it. I think I end up like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna buy it. I bought the Spyderco Shaman at the time for $165. Not only was I horrifically mistaken about how much I would like it, it went on to literally influence almost everything about my preferences and ultimately even Excalibur. The Spyderco Shaman, which I'm just going to keep saying because that's how I say it. Spyderco Shaman went from ho-hum, I don't even really care, whatever, I'll review it because it's a Spyderco, to, oh my god, this is amazing. It's one of my favorite Spydercos of all time. It's one of my favorite knives of all time, and it influenced the knife that I designed. So that's the answer to your question. Greg Hall, thanks for your donation. What's the current record for live stream? I've been in a couple record breakers, but I haven't hit a live in a long time. So the 500K one, I believe, was the record breaker, and I think Goku probably has that number, and perhaps his Brewhound, who has it, he doesn't pop on all the time anymore, but it was over 4,000, perhaps 4,500. And usually that type of population does not occur unless we do like a big event. And so I think it was around 4,500 people. My live streams typically are anywhere from 1,000 to 1,300 over the summer, and in the winter sometimes they get a little higher, 1,500 to 1,700. So I don't know, somewhere around there. Shaman or Sage 6? Well, for EDC, the Sage 6 is better. Cool factor and like holding it in your hand and going, oh my god. Well, the Shaman has incredible ergonomics. My preferences for ergonomics all sort of center around the Shaman. And a lot of people always make fun of people who are like, but the nub. Oh, but you disengage it and the nub comes around and it touches my finger in the most unpleasant way. Oh, I don't like nubs. I found that to be a hilarious complaint. I didn't even notice it, but apparently this was a big deal when the Shaman came out and people were like, I don't like the nub, no! I don't like nubs touching me. So apparently some people are more sensitive to nubs. I was not able. I have not. Truth be told, I haven't even looked. The FM1, it's on my list. You keep telling me, and you're right. You're right. You're totally right. And thank God you keep reminding me. I need to look at. There's probably 10 cold steel models that I need to look at. I have skinny scales for the Shaman, and they're awesome. I have one on my Rex. No, it's 15V. The Triple B 15V Shaman. It has skinny scales. The Mr. Me Seeks. Thanks for your donation. Finally got my first premium knife after debating for so long and going through your reviews. Went with the Remet Peregrine Falcon. Awesome. That's perfect. Great knife. I'll tell you what ended up being a huge sleeper. Everybody was disappointed in the Bodacious, but the Bodacious got a chance to float around. How many of you looked at the Bodacious when it dropped from Spyderco and thought, neat, who cares? And then you bought it and used it, and you go, okay, I get it. Bodacious, absolute sleeper. Spyderco Bodacious, ridiculously overpriced, absolutely amazing user. Incredible. It combines a lot of the stuff that we love about the Manix and I guess you could say the PM2 and the Shaman. It's the Shaman with better cutting geometry and more cutting edge. The Bodacious is incredible. It's just too expensive. And they knew. You want the pink Yojimbo? There's nothing wrong with that. Matt Olfson, thanks for your donation. Thanks for pimping the Tri-Stash V2 last week. Mine arrived today, full piss, Oldham, and it's way nicer than I expected. Solid pick, Dick. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Matt. I think it's a great knife. I like it. I think a lot of people are like, well, all of these content creators are all going to fluff each other up and they're going to automatically love the knives. And I would say if you look at other content creators that I've reviewed their knives, some have been to my direct preferences and some, have not. But the ones that I've loved the most, Neves and Tri-State, if you look at them and you look at Excalibur, they're not the same knife, but they do share similar ergonomic preferences and deployment preferences. So it's not just these are my buddies and these are my peers. And yeah, we all have affiliate programs. They share the same preferences. They're in your face. The exact preferences that we harp on and preach on. And it's no surprise that we arrive to the same conclusions because we handle so many freaking knives and there are certain elements that are just annoying and we seek to avoid them. So a lot of us just simply arrive at the same conclusion. So of course we're going to go, yeah, I like that. I like that. It's a good, I like that. Because we all like that stuff. We all have our different we have different preferences, but we come to the same conclusions on certain elements, and it's very clear, especially with tri-states. Like tri-states preferences and my preferences are very similar, and a lot of people would say, "Oh, your knives look too similar." We have similar preferences from handling and experiencing things. He's the same type of person as me, similarly. He has his own thing, but he's the same type of person. He likes to use knives, but he's a collector, and he's an enthusiast, and he likes ergonomics that feel really good, and he also likes the opening hole and the, like, a certain type of detent. Man, yeah, no surprise there. He's got a winning design, in my opinion. The Protect Chavez tree pattern. Yes, I will. Thanks for your donation. Awesome knife. Ridiculously strong. I forget how powerful that thing is. Giveaway TRM QSP Latama when I reach 1.5. Help with gadgets. Let's see where you're at. He's at 1.26 thousand, so he needs roughly 240 subs. Subscribe to Help with Gadgets because he's going to do a giveaway, guys. I'm gonna clear this because in the event that we have to spin the wheel, then I might need extra time. So, if you have not entered yet, get entered. Follow the instructions. If you are new to my live stream, you cannot simply just be in chat. You have to do this. I'm not going to try and trap you and charge you anything. You're not going to be tricked. Excuse me. You have to go to the description. There's a link. It says enter here. It's right at the top. Click on the link. It's unlisted. That way we know exactly who's entering. And follow the instructions here. Leave a comment. Can we see the Migron Gelatai? What do I think of the crystal titanium? Yeah, that is crystal titanium. I really want to show that off, but I don't want to be off on time here because I have to get to bed early, fairly early, because I have to wake up and drive my son to his football game tomorrow, which is about 2 hours away. So I don't want to be late because I still want to watch TV with my wife here. So I got a hard 10 o'clock limit. Do this, okay? Let me get the iPad. Actually, I'm going to take a pee break. I'll be right back. Short break here while I go to the bathroom. Where's the iPad? Oh jeez. Oh jeez, where is that thing? Hold on, I just had it. Okay, slide hang up. Slide hang up. We have to find the iPad. I just had it. What sort of black magic? Hold on, it might be upstairs. Hold on. Man, I'm at a loss. I might have to use the computer. I just can't understand why. I don't understand where it could possibly have gone. How weird. Hold on, guys. It makes it so much easier if I have that thing, but it's just not where I thought it was. Give me 1 sec. I want to see if my son took it. Okay, all right, I found it. My son had it. Hold on, I ran up 2 flights of stairs twice. I need to get back in shape. Okay, let's get the pouches out. Hope they fit. Have to move some stuff back. Moving back. We'll get there. Don't worry. Where should you go? Maybe right here. All right. Now we have the room. Okay. I'll explain the wheel if someone draws a coin. If you don't know, tonight's event is different. If I draw your name, you get to pick 2 pouches just like usual. Whatever is inside, you get to keep it. But I've hidden 5 coins amongst these 20 pouches. The coin represents a chance to spin the wheel. And the wheel has mostly slots that don't mean anything. 2 slots mean something. One of them is a really big deal. Let's wait and see what we get here, okay? Give me a sec to load up the link. I assume everybody's entered. Okay. Comment picker site. We're going to refresh it. Fresh page. Here's the link. Right there. Filter is on. We're going to change the duration to 10 seconds just because that's getting ridiculous. We're going to get the total number of comments first. Lot of comments tonight. Eventually. What the heck? Okay. Oh, there we go. 1,316 comments. Before I hit that button, if you'd like to join Patreon, I do offer a lot of benefits. Once a week exclusive content, once a month exclusive giveaways, $1 tier, 1 giveaway a month, $2 tiers, a $3 tier, $2 giveaways a month, and $5 tier, 3 giveaways per month, all premium. You also gain access to my private sales, which are massively discounted, plus community buy, sell, trade on Patreon, and access to my private Discord. Awesome stuff. Turn back on. Awesome stuff. If you want to support me on Patreon, there's a link right at the top of chat. I would greatly appreciate it. It does create the channel budget and supports content creation. Awesome community over there. But tonight's giveaway is free. So, anyways, the first winner tonight is... Here we go. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Who's it going to be? Boy, 10 seconds is even kind of too long. Casey Baker, 5830. Night off of work and knife stream. Win. Awesome. Let's find Casey. Everybody else calm down and chat. Let Casey make himself known. Let's see what Casey can pull. He's here immediately. Casey, you get to choose 2 pouches. Top row, bottom row, 1 through 10, 1 through 10, or 2 on top, 2 on bottom. Excuse me. Whatever you feel like is the appropriate choice. You do have a... I think it's a 5 of 20. 20% chance of pulling a coin. It's more than that. 20% chance per pull. Top row 3, bottom row 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a heavy one. I know what this is. I feel like. Yeah. That's that one people are asking about. CJRB Tundra. Budget overbuilt knife that comes with the secondary pin. These are not an AR RPM 9, but D2. Big, thick, chunky, robust blade. No coin in this one. Big, thick, chunky, robust blade. And then you also have the secondary pin, which you can cut the lanyard off of this if you want to, but that's yours. Big old thick boy. Second one. He got a coin. We get to do this right off the bat. Your other knife is a tenable. It's in 14C28N. Model 6. It's in like a G-Mascus, like red and black. Crossbar lock with the red. I don't know if they're Cerakoted, like they're red actuators there. And then it also has the toilet lever deal there. Pretty cool knife, honestly. But you get to spin the wheel. Oh, the wheel. Yes, the wheel. Oh boy, I can't wait. So let's see if we can pull this up. Okay, so here's what we've got. I just went to wheelofnames.com, which you can use for yourself. And as you can see here, the entire wheel has mostly Poo-Poo Town on it. But it does have 2 golden slots. One of them says Spaghetti Wizard, and the other one says Jackpot. If you happen to land on Spaghetti Wizard, I'm going to give you a TSA confiscated knife. You're going to get a junky, crappy knife just for fun, because, you know, that's funny. If you win Jackpot, you will choose 2 more pouches for the other winner, and then you will keep the rest of the pouches. You will quite literally win every knife on the table, and the 2 left over will go to the other winner. I don't know why this keeps shutting off. I'm sorry about that. But that's how this is going to work. So, when you tell me that you're ready, I'm going to spin this wheel. I thought that would be interesting. All right, let's calm down and see what he says. Hold on, let him talk. I just need to see him say that he's ready. Well, what was his name? Casey. Casey, let me see you say it. I haven't seen him say it yet. I want to know that he's ready. I want him to confirm it. Everybody else calm down. Let him say it. Send it. Here we go. Ready? Yeah. Woo! As it goes. And it's a red poo-poo town. Do we get a little cheer there? Poo-poo town. Nothing happens. But wasn't that exciting? Oh, he got a little... I feel like he got slightly close there. Oh, such a simple thing, but a fun thing. Hey, but thank you so much either way for playing. You still won 2 awesome knives. Okay, so please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the exact knives that you won. You can say the Tenable and the CJRB. Please don't worry if you don't get an email from me all the way up until Friday of next week. Doesn't mean I forgot about you. That's just when I do my shipping. So, first and last name, shipping information, and the exact 2 knives that you won. The coin I have to keep because I have to use them for future. I feel like this is going to be a popular thing. So, 4 coins left hidden amongst the pouches. This has to go over here, and this has to go over here. So now there are 18 knives left. Okay. Here we go. Pick a new winner. Ideally, you get that jackpot when there's a bulk of knives, right? Eventually, someone will get it because the odds aren't that crazy. There are 10 slots in that wheel, right? Bailey Burns, 7111. Good luck, everyone. Bailey Burns is the winner with the Reeve logo. Let's find him. Someone said not here immediately. There, here, Bailey Burns. Bailey Burns. All right. Give me the 2 you want. So excited to see if there's another coin draw. Oh, slow down. Let him pick. Let him pick. Bailey Burns, 1 through 9 up top, 1 through 9 on bottom, or 2 up top, 2 down below. Let's see what they do. The coin, does the coin thing make it exciting? Does this add a new element to it? I just want to know. I feel like it did. Yeah, I feel like it did. I shouldn't have asked that question while I was waiting to see if what their picks are. It creates an ultra rare element to it. Bailey, your 2 picks. I'm looking for you. Top 4, bottom 6. Top 4, bottom 6. Okay, it lagged for me. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sencut. Or no, Civivi. Civivi steel frame lock, and I am unsure of what steel. But a nice little flat ground Civivi blade with G10. Your second knife. Oh, a premium. No coin in there, but a premium. Miguron M390 textured contoured titanium. Nice fuller there. Front flipper as well. They're probably about $200, so that's a nice premium draw there. Congratulations. Still 4 coins available. We'll pick up next week with new drawings. 16 knives left. The big jackpot still there. And the most interesting part of this is that the vast majority of the premium knives are still in there. So if you hit that jackpot at the right time, you could win a crap load of premium knives. metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the 2 knives that you won. Please don't worry if I don't email you back until Friday of next week. That's just when I do my shipping. Good wins. We eliminated 3 of the budget knives and only 1 premium knife, which means the jackpot is still pretty huge. I feel like there's a way to perfect this and make it more enticing as the only issue with the way that I'm doing this is it makes it potentially less enticing as the pouches dwindle. But I can always just wizard it as time goes on. Perhaps if with each drawing I add something to the jackpot to keep it consistently interesting. I mean, this will evolve as it goes on, but we won't know until someone wins the jackpot. The problem with adding additional winners per week is it adds to my workload, and it doesn't sound like that much with just 2 winners, but I'm already like wall-to-wall busy. So this is about the maximum that I can handle. But see, if someone wins the jackpot, it's easy. I just ship them all to one person. I have to pay for, you know, a bigger box, but it actually saves me money. And then I just pick 20 more knives. And I mean, there's 800 in this room. It's not hard to do, but it makes it more, I feel like it makes it like more stressful and more entertaining. MC stickers are challenge. So one of the coins is an MC challenge coin. But it would be cool to have all the same coins. If you, like, for example, like tonight, if you won the jackpot, the total value of knives that you would have won, I would say would be $1,200 minimum. I think there's 5 premiums in there, and then there's a whole bunch of, but I would say $1,200 bare minimum value. That would be what you would have won with that spin. But the math that I did was, okay, let's do 10 slots. We do 5 coins. Then there's, you know, like five of the 10 winners are going to be able to spin. And then there's a 10% chance per spin that you win. So the odds are actually pretty decent. It won't take long for someone to win a jackpot, but it'll just take long enough. I don't think my math is perfect, but my point is, it won't take much for someone to eventually win one. And when they do, it'll be pretty exciting. But what'll be really exciting is if someone does it on the first or second group of 20. I like this. All I'm doing is setting this up, trying to create the same experience that I had with Pokemon cards as a kid. And now as an adult, they have these things called God Packs. And I'm like, what? So you can get a rare card, or you can get a pack that's like all of the cards? Like every single card in the pack is awesome? I can do the same thing with knives. Type 1 if you think this is a good idea. I know it can be improved on, but type 1 if you feel like this is a more entertaining way to do this. Okay. That's all I care about. I want you guys to enjoy it. I feel like it's fun if you get picked, and even if you don't get picked, it's exciting to see if they actually land on it. That's my whole goal, is I want people to come here and be like, oh my god, what if somebody does it? Like, that's what makes it fun. Okay, perfect. That's all I care about. I love giving away knives, but I love the idea of somebody winning huge. I think that's fun. If you remove 1 block chance to win, that is a very good idea. So as we proceed, so that's a good idea. I had 2 ideas. I had another idea, but that's a good idea. So remove 1 block chance per stream to increase the odds. So the odds are the worst when there are the most knives to win, but the odds are the best when there's the least knives to win. That's a good thought. A very good thought. I like that. I also like the idea of changing one of the slots to spin again. What do you think about that? Remove 1 block per stream, but change 1 additional block to spin again. I don't know if I'll do the spin again, but I do like the idea of removing 1 block. I'm not sure though, because I feel like that dramatically increases the chances of somebody hitting a jackpot, and it reduces the power of winning. I mean, think about it. It's not incredibly rare, but it's just rare enough that it's a big deal. I mean, I could end up screwing myself and giving away like 100 knives like really quickly. So I still want to keep it rare. Spinning again is the answer. I think so. I like the idea of removing a block, but it makes it far less rare. It makes the jackpots too frequent. I think we potentially change one block to spin again, just to add stress. Okay. Stress and tension are the key to making a victory a big deal. Otherwise, the NFL would be super boring. Okay, so we add a spin again block. The longer it goes, the more exciting it gets. Okay. We will keep Spaghetti Wizard in there because I like the idea of you spin and you get a gas station knife. I think that's funny. So again, providing the community and just enriching everyone. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, for sure. I love this. I love people having fun. Ultimately, my goal is, let's say you spend an hour and a half with me. If you're just walking away with a smile on your face, then my job is done. Even if you didn't win, if you leave and you're like, that was still fun. Like, that's the whole goal, right? It's great. You know, the live stream's monetized and it benefits the channel and all that. But I still want people to come here and have a good time. It's the end of the week. People just want to relax and smile. So as long as that's happening, then that's fun. All right. It is time for me to retire for the evening. I have to get up, not super early, but somewhat early, and I have to drive for 2 hours tomorrow. So congrats again, winners. Thanks so much to my patrons, my Instagram followers, my TikTok followers, my subscribers, everybody who interacts with this channel. You guys are awesome. Hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.